September 11, 2001 began like any other Tuesday morning in the United States. The skies were clear, the air was calm, and millions of people were heading to work, school, and their daily routines. In New York City, thousands of workers filled the offices of the massive twin towers of the World Trade Center. In Washington, D.C., government workers were starting their day inside the Pentagon. No one could imagine that within a few hours, the world would witness one of the most shocking tragedies in modern history. At 8:46 a.m., the peaceful morning was shattered. A commercial airplane, American Airlines Flight 11, crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. At first, many people believed it was a terrible accident. Smoke and flames poured out of the building as emergency responders rushed to the scene. People watched in confusion and disbelief as the tower burned high above the city. But just 17 minutes later, the unthinkable happened. At 9:03 a.m., another plane, United Airlines Flight 175, slammed into the South Tower. This time, the truth became terrifyingly clear. This was not an accident. The United States was under attack. Across the country, fear and confusion spread rapidly. News channels broadcast the horrifying images live as millions of people watched in shock. Inside the towers, thousands of workers tried desperately to escape down crowded stairwells while firefighters and police officers rushed upward, risking their lives to save others. At 9:37 a.m., a third hijacked plane crashed into the Pentagon, the headquarters of the United States military. The attack had now struck both the financial heart and the military center of the country. Meanwhile, a fourth plane, United Airlines Flight 93, had also been hijacked. Passengers on board learned about the attacks through phone calls with loved ones. Realizing the plane was being used as a weapon, they made a brave and desperate decision. The passengers fought back against the hijackers, preventing the plane from reaching its intended target. The aircraft eventually crashed into a field in Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m., but their courage likely saved many more lives. Back in New York, the situation grew even more devastating. At 9:59 a.m., after burning for less than an hour, the South Tower collapsed, sending a massive cloud of dust and debris through the streets of Manhattan. Just 29 minutes later, at 10:28 a.m., the North Tower also collapsed. The skyline of New York City had been permanently changed. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives that day. Office workers, firefighters, police officers, passengers, and ordinary citizens. Thousands more were injured, and families across the world were left mourning loved ones who never came home. In the days that followed, the world came together in grief and solidarity. People held candlelight vigils, flags flew at half-mast, and rescue teams searched tirelessly through the rubble for survivors. The attacks reshaped global security, politics, and the way nations responded to terrorism. But beyond the destruction and tragedy, the day also revealed incredible courage. Firefighters who ran into burning buildings, strangers who helped each other escape, passengers who gave their lives to stop another attack. Their bravery became symbols of hope in one of humanity's darkest moments. September 11, 2001 is remembered not only as a day of tragedy, but also as a reminder of resilience, unity, and the strength of the human spirit. The world would never be the same again, but the memory of those who were lost continues to inspire generations to value peace, compassion, and courage.